From the unforgiving grind of pre-season to the glory of MTN8 triumph, something powerful had awakened. Focus turned ruthless, belief became unbreakable, but above all, a brotherhood was forged, bound by trust and sacrifice. They pushed on together, working in silence, fighting as one. Against every setback and every doubt, unity became their strength. Siwelele was not the destination, but a hurdle they would overcome together on the long, demanding road to the Cup final.
We are all here for the same target. Everybody here, when you come to Pirate, you come for success. Everyone. But the success doesn't come like that. You know that. Very difficult to reach here. Look, the long path to reach the climb, to climb the mountain and to be at the top there. It's not easy, guys. There is no easy things. The most difficult things, all the time you have some obstacles. And when you reach them, you can feel the glory. And we had these challenges this season. New coach, new players, I don't say new philosophy, but something to implement. We had difficult moments. Yes, we had difficult moments. Remember in Spain, when you were training under 40 degrees. Difficult. I made some pre-season like that. So we suffer under the sun in Spain, 40 degrees. Sometimes we start the season, we start with Polo Pony, we won. It was like Barcelona. Everybody said, hey, this team will win the league. And after, second Kone, we lost 1-0. We went to Marumo, we played a very good game, but we lost 2-0. Everybody started to shout, hey, this plumber, he need to go out. This guy, he need to go out. He's not a coach for Paris. So, yeah. We can even put me here because I was close to go down. But thanks to the teamwork. Thanks to the teamwork, everybody to start to push this ball to be there. Everybody.
I feel like Cup it was a next big step for now. We win a Cup in less than 6 months. Like it's something along a whole fun. For Pirates, winning I accept ball.
I think it's the first time Pirates fit the final at Black level. Yeah, obviously, we're playing no win the Cup of so I really more no final. I no regachiga.
Into one I think it will sharp belonjarena till today. So into one in a player push or road Jacapilla go polo 1 so.
More than tactical, more than technical. It's come from deep, huh? It's come from the heart. It's come from the heart, it's come from the mental. So we have to believe here. Ready to answer this factors. Second ball, duels. If you are ready.
Masiqeda ukuthola draw ukuthi sodlala neSiwelele. I don't think khona umuntu bekathukile because besicala ukubamba iform, but into besicabanga ukuthi hey last season sadlala home first game saphuma yabo, but I think
wonke umuntu bekashapha ukuthi sodlala nani.
Now we are going on okay, Majita game like is calling Black Label, so we don't care or we are playing against two guy, so we just have to go re-win it, then we move forward.
Game ya Siwelele nisi easy leon cause ne re bo yodlala le bona ko home ya bona. League game we won 1-0 and we scored late ka goal ya Police. Ga wina ba boya mo obvious ne setse ba re planetse ra ile le rena mo maganya ko wina, but ne re tsebe gore don't be an easy game.
Game ya Siwelele ayibanga lula. Iyayinzima la game. Angifuni ukuqamba manga ukuthola ukuthi penalty engakayishaya amahope. Sasithi hayi abuya amathemba na penalty akusho ukuthi labantu labo siyabalanda.
Now here's Mofokeng, lovely ball from Makopa. Is that a penalty? Yes, it is. Referee Makalima points to the spot. No hesitation at all.
Obviously, okay. Today, so obviously, any type of penalty, I'm confident. So, play confident. If you can check, let the way game manga penalty, you can say okay. The guy confidence here, recording. Ha.
Makopa. Oh, he's hit the upright. Well, the keeper went the wrong way, but the ball stayed out. Chance goes to begging.
He didn't have to do much. I guess there's a lot that was happening high up there in the air in his favor. Opened up his foot way too wide.
Sound yeah, I don't want to mystery. There is that sound over. Hey, no way. You have to pick yourself up.
Atsay, kodwa ngoba vele umzuzu usephansi. Isikhathi sasikahle.
I think my Mr. Obviously besinganandaba ukuthi imisile because from igame iqala bese phezulu and besicanga ukusokora amagoli amaningi because thina besihlele benchini and ubona igame yonke so ubona believe ukuthi hayi kuyafana noma mistile kuyafana khona amagoli asazeza.
Uma udlala phambili ngisho abantu bengimaka kanjani khona uthi ithuba uzolithola ungani lokho kwenzakalile hayi ukuthi kwehlele wena obu wena ushayile sonke lento yabo besinawo ahlazo ngokwemoya ukuthi ikhahlele wena ibhola abuya kuze kithi teamini siqhubeke ngoba usemdala une experience kade hamba wabuya wasondela kithi sabambisana.
Obviously teammate itlotla hayi 15 ntwana mara wena self lena tlamile uyibono okay I know if it is one of those days it can happen.
There's no way. How? Hey, what is your challenge? Eating just medicine done. How? Put the feet in the car. Give us 4 minutes. Give us 4 minutes. Let's take 4 minutes. The feet in there. Relieve it. Relieve it.
Obviously, re sebeditse the team, the technical team. Second half, by the changes.
No worries at all. No worries. The game will win it. The game will win it. Just calm. Trust. Just drink. Take time to drink it. Take time to drink. It's no longer to drink. You just see some food clips. Small details, but the majority of the first half was interesting.
Ufika kweclass changing room half time kunini akubanga akuliwanga kakhulu kodwa into esayenza ukuthi sibuyisane sonke sizafetha siqhubekeni into 45 uphelile kuningi singakwenza ngalozi omunye olandelayo nabayeza nathi siyeza singakhombisa ukuthi siyabasaba nabo ngoba sabahlonipha bazokwenza kakhulu kanti masiya nathi siyi-team kanje siyi-11 kanye nalaba abangasebenchini ngeke behlula ukuthi kwenzakalani thina into esingafuni ukuthi yenzeke ukuthi bona bethole igoli qala
Majita zamile vele tsatlele cause ne ke le go benching ke mate to me benching amboka zatla vela shapa mollo.
Nothing given. Here's Magesi. Let's see if he's going to fire one away. Oh, goal! Unbelievable, Magesi. Magesi with the left foot out of nowhere.
Mollo bontsha velo gae ke tsela o ina finale.
nakho latholakala igoli shuthi ngeke sisho ukuthi silindele ukuthi kore abadlala phambili kuphela na uma uthola ithuba ngisho nocheni empaleni mayithola kushuthi kuthiwa siyayisapha penalty esibili hamba nje noyishaya sewuphathe umdlalo yabo.
Coach is going to hurt his hand again in those celebrations. Pirates, you got to let go of this man. He doesn't deserve to play here. If you're not to show what the coach meant, this is why.
Okay, after goal Boaz, I was like, whew, show off. Imagine that cup we were on a injury chase. We end up going to penalties, then penalties, then we end up maybe reach on the cup. So obviously, even if people were so good, they will say, who missed a penalty? If he scored, Ngabare ruin that game. So I wanna like one of those things. So I wanna really acquire. So I was like, oh, it was one season for mom. Yeah, yes, it was a nice goal.
Thabetse le Mbokas. Day before match ne practice the penalty because the final of year 20 practice the penalty. So Mbokas o missile penalty rela go godimo. So ne re mtshe. After final after game ya fetso go golela rai penalty la ga o bona go no sa practice tse yona no practice tsa goal ya today.
Le penalty nga ishala pa. Ejimini. Hey. Yeah, yabona nje obesho sibelebele ukuthi babe ngikhonza ngaye egameni. Mhlawumbe wayibona ukuthi ngagijima ekhoneni asuke ngakhomba phezulu. Ngangikhomba uKP ngokuthi wangikhonza ejimini. Wathi lento engishayile ngathi ngishaya irap ngidlala irap manje ngiyakora njalo empenalty rap. Manje ngikora lapha egoli sengekude. Futhi bayasho labo ukuthi babethi besilokho esimini ngithi ungashayi. Ngcono uphathela abanye ngoba kade wawushaya uhluleka. Yabo manje mangikora cha injabulo engaka phela ayabona ngenkinga ngele hayi wavele ngakora nje ngavela ngicabanga bona ukuthi obantu bengikhwenta izolo ngiketshela ya penalty awuthi ngibalande ke manje amlanda phezulu KP ngathi waba namahloni ngiza kuthiwa ukukhuluma lapha nodlozi uthi hayi ngavelelwa ubade ngikhwenza nje ejimini athi awathi wafika ngathi athi ngiqale ngambulisi kancane asingamlanda mina ngathi hawu sibuseni phela manje naku siyakora manje senihambela le eceleni ngoba vele sijwala ukukhuluma hayi kuyenzeka.
So even lena ajoka lenare alright ngakusiza wena because obviously kumujala hey mfana wazi wangikhipha inkinga mfana because obviously next time I get that theory okay wena urinchijo bakhali yeah so imathatha sometimes
ne re mthabetse le yena ka gore ke motho phila a dula ngazama mara sa ditholi goal and goal le ne le important for team or re go staging se seng sa tournament.
The fighting spirit was undeniable. Every player in sync, every focus razor sharp. Another challenge loomed on their relentless march toward total dominance across all competitions, still alive in the CAF qualifiers after conquering Siwelele FC. And the mission pressed on. Next up, Lupopo, a disciplined side from the DRC, known for their resolute defense, counterattacks, and deadly set pieces. A decisive second leg at home awaited, where unity and ambition would collide in a battle that would test them to the limit.
The Lupopo game is like a deja vu type of a game for us.
About a little bit, we have to look a week back, okay? 7 days ago, we had exactly the same opponent in front of us, what they posed, and how we solved some of the conundrums, okay? That's most important.
We had a similar experience with Chwaneng. We went to Botswana, dominated, but came on the losing side.
This was their first corner. Interesting, we saw that signal last week with the knee raise, okay? It seems to be that they're attacking with 5 guys. The 5th one is standing at the edge of the box, and this is the key. What we didn't pick up on the day, and it's something that we look back and we see, there was always a late runner arriving at the far post.
Yeah, it was another tough moment because we cannot avoid that the Champions League was one of our target. Yeah, that game in away in Lupopo, the environment was so complex, you know. I don't like to look for excuses, you know, but I think the game, the approach of the game there was okay.
This is interesting, and they're probably going to do this tomorrow, okay? This guy didn't give Sipo any opportunity to play quick. Just always pressure on the ball, always limiting the quick counter-attacks, and that's what they're going to try and do. As much as we spoke about the delaying tactics, them trying to slow the game down, that's one mechanism they can use.
Look, for us, they say one thing when it comes to these two-legged ties. You can never win a tie in the first leg, but you can certainly lose it in the first leg. I think that's what happened. When we started the game, we didn't start well. I mean, the truth of the matter is we should have been more careful and more clinical in the usage of the ball. We lost the ball cheaply. 2 guys who were fantastic, one in midfield, one in central defense. They got dribbled past, and we've never seen them being dribbled past the entire season. A guy put on a magical moment, their centre forward, I think it was Kashala, that's his name. He dribbled past our midfielder, he dribbled past our centre back, and before you knew it, we were 1-0 down.
Maybe from the perspective that we thought it will be easy, the conditions in Congo for some new players were exposed into an artificial turf for the first time. Remember that when you go to DRC, it's next to the equator, the humidity. It was the adaptation process was just not on course. When you see how our team was behaving, when you look at the GPS, the data that came out from that match, it was not us.
They make sure that they use their home advantage by all means possible. Sometimes not in the spirit of the game, but yeah, we get to expect those things in the CAF. It's always tricky. It's always tricky because you don't know what to expect from the home team.
And let's be honest, okay? As much as they committed 5, as much as they committed 6, okay? The quality of this team versus some of the quality in the PSL is very different. Okay, not all the balls were hitting their target. Can we depend on that again tomorrow? Absolutely not. The worst case scenario would be to succeed from or concede from a situation like this, okay? And then all of a sudden you find yourself with another hurdle to climb. Let's be responsible. Let's take responsibility around the set pieces and we make a move from there.
What happened in the second half was inexplainable, but it was also unforgivable. I mean, we brought on players that we thought maybe could help us get back into the game. It didn't work out that way. It's not blame of the players, but that happens in football. Sometimes we've been lucky with the impact players that we've had, the guys who have come in to finish games. We've had fantastic joy with that. But when we're away from home, we try to find a result, find one more goal, find an opportunity to bring the game level. Maybe in hindsight, it's easy to say that we should have consolidated the game. try and see it out. I think coming home with a 1-0 deficit versus a 3-0 deficit would have been better.
But you know, the environment, the context, some decision there as well, because I didn't want to come back on that game, but the decision, we have scored a goal there, and it was refused.
If I'm not mistaken, they had another counter attack. They punished us on the counter. We weren't prepared for that transition. And then they had a set piece.
At the same time, if we made one error, you can see how it can punish you. Maybe it's not an error, but maybe it's something we can get better at. We didn't allow them to play quickly, which was fantastic. But what we can possibly do is get a little bit quicker to the second ball, especially in the latter stages of the game. Okay, push out, be aggressive, and that's from free kicks, that's from corners, that's from direct free kicks. Good, the wall is excellent. Okay, it's a hell of a shot, let's not lie. But if it happens tomorrow, let's make sure that any second ball that's dropping to them, it can either drop to us, and if it drops to them, we make sure we put our bodies on the line. It's one of those days where you just have to throw everything and the kitchen sink at the player and the ball.
The game probably asked for a moment to consolidate, to ensure that we don't make it 2-0 or 3-0. Like I said, it's easy to lose a tie in the first game. You can't necessarily win it. But we were a little bit naive. I think we had some challenges on the bench, discussing a few ideas. There were a few problems. Yeah, there were 1 or 2 heated moments amongst ourselves where we didn't quite keep it calm. We didn't keep our cool. And we lost it. You know, we lost it not only in front of ourselves, but in front of the players as well. And it was very difficult to come back from there.
The coach, I, the players, some staff members, we were just not connected. Hence, there was a lot of commotion from our side that we could have controlled. And I thought we did not help, I must be honest. We did not behave, we did not help the team. Honestly, I felt we let the team down. On the day, we did not assist the players to the best of our ability.
In our side as well, I don't think that we were prepared for such context, such environment. We thought that it will be easier, but you know, when you go out of the country with different style of football, with the climate, you know, it's different. And I think more mentally, we were not ready mentally there.
The message that was spoken from the coaches this morning was about being in the zone, being ready, okay, not having any distractions, going to bed with peace.
Football is a spiritual and emotional sport. You gather lots of people, different characters, different personalities, but you want to achieve the same goal. Therefore, when you go into war, if you go into a match, I believe that we should be spiritually connected. Secondly, Pirates is just a spiritual team. When things are not very well spiritually, no matter how good we are, we don't succeed.
Once you have these moments, these challenging moments where people don't necessarily see eye to eye, you know, it's difficult to bring it back together and try and fight for a common goal. And we come back to South Africa with a 3-0 deficit.
It's more fun now. Yeah, it's you. Hello, it's you, please.
Game Lupopo. Tangakusho. From a changing room, I call a changing room. The game I win a changing room.
Today, it's your game. It's your game today on the pitch. I told you, this kind of games comes from the heart, comes from the spirit, the mentality.
Game there, ngathi yayenze makhulu because sasidinga ama-goals amaningi.
building up to the second leg, I think everybody's mind was in the right place. We knew what we needed to do. We either score 4 goals, unanswered 4 goals, or we score 3 and we take the game to penalties.
Like we told ourselves straight. So I told myself before gaming, I want today, I give all myself, all out.
Clever play there, but the referee waves play on. Namtajela scores! Timing just when they needed it. Masindi Namtajela opens the scoring for Nanda Pirates just before the break. Oh, no VAR but that.
Masindo na kata uko kagere. Then abanga boloka nete like unalo be center line. Mkuko abamuheta muphusha kanti na kuyafeta. So obvious bigijutsa fela gae. I'll take one for the team, keshola teammate because like umpushita holo.
But you don't have to fall in the, you don't have to fall. They start to retire. They start and we fall in the trap. We don't have to fall in the trap. We know. We told you in the video. We need to be focused. We need to be focused in what we want to achieve. Don't answer to the provocation. They can only, temporize like that. Okay. For that, I want to close that. Be focused in only what we want to achieve.
I want to like treatment I want to sharp. Because now like naglara sa tin le na lam tuai like hanege maole na like una shapa go di elbow ita because re vrai bo ne na shepetse kwa ha ke re shebela kwa o sang hati de like kwa because gaming is life like ne ba go hlokomesa but then bigijutsa felo hai ke tla mtshwao yeah then I think red card ya pick one ntseng gore like impushe mtho because ish what in am to serious like what in but seremono jo.
Definitely this game, we have to continue the pace, the quality, the precision, the aggressiveness that we did in the counter-pressing was top. Counter-pressing was extraordinary, guys. Keep going like that. If we want to have the chance to score, hey, we need to take risk. Yeah? The other weapon that we can use, if we cannot find the players, if we cannot find the players here in the box. The other thing, when you arrive here, shoot. We'll make some changes for the halftime, and we will bring some freshness. Keep going like that. We'll bring Masindi. You have yellow. I don't want to take a risk, not because you played okay, but it's a game. You see the referee. We don't want to take risk. So we bring Lamini and Sipo, you rest, and Mbutuma come to bring some deep, some aggressiveness in the box, and we are going to score, guys. 45 minutes. If you believe we are going to, it's 2 goals. But keep playing. I love it.
Ungena kwami ngayitshela ukuthi njengoba sengifakiwe of which ucoach nabadlali shothi ithemba as a striker sibheke wena ukuthi bafo sicela ukuthi usenzele into right as a striker. So ngase vele sengwafundela ama defend ukuthi okay kahle kahle ukuhlala wami ebenchini ngangifunda ukuthi okay mangena la makwenzeka ngifakwa mina yini ekumele ngenze yini ekumele ngiyishintshe egemini. Ukora kwami igoli lesibili kwangijabulisa kakhulu because into vele eyidingeka and sasinida kakhulu siyiteam.
That's a big ball to find the Paris! Oh, yes! God! Yes! Paris has found the equalizer! And this will go to penalties! Oh, they've done it around the Pirates!
We have succeeded to come back to score 3 goals at home. The way that we did it was just fantastic, you know. The team spirit, the aim to get in the opponent camp and to stay and to hurt them. The speed, the intensity that we put in that game was just fantastic.
Le game ukuphela kwayo ngo-3-3 or ngo-3-0 so sekuye ema-penalty. Angifuna ungasho penalty hayi ngalelo suku la ngafiki mina because ngaze ngabatshela ngathi no it's fine ngicela ukuthi ngishaye maybe i-penalty eyokugcina.
Were we as prepared as we always are for penalties? No. Was the environment giving us the opportunity to do so? No. It was very, like I said, it's no excuse. It was very difficult to find penalties on this team. I was fortunate enough to be part of the analytical team in this club in both capacities for a period of 9 years now. Never once do we approach a game without analysing penalties, without analysing where people may go or trying to read situations. But this game, when we never had the penalties, we had assumed that footage wasn't available.
Ama-penalty uyabastadisha abantu ukuthi okay benza kanjani ama-penalty so bona besinganalo ulwazi nabo because uba abantu angicabanga ukuthi izinto zabo ziyavela ngicabanga ukuthi bona bebazi ngathi thina besingazi ngawo so nje iyo into eyenze yaba kwaba nzima kakhulu kithi ukuthi mhlambe sibe nolwazi nama-penalty wabo.
Ukuya kwami kule penalty ngayitshela ukuthi okay isona sikhathi sami ke lesekumele ngizibonakalise ngaso njengoba sengizivezile sengikorile nje so angisale sengiqedela but ke ngalishweba ke lona ipenalty.
Mbutuma, oh, he's missed it. He has missed it. And that means Pirates crash out in the preliminary round.
Penalty taking is a special preparation. Mbutuma did not want to take a penalty, to be honest with you. As a striker, normally a striker has the responsibility. But when we are going around the players who will take penalties, and Abba comes to me, he says, hey coach, this one must not take a penalty. Then I went to refer to him, he says, coach, I'm not confident. And you could see a penalty of a person who's not confident.
Ngalakathi ngikeja ngeke ngahlala phansi ngacabanga athi yimi lo geja ipenalty. Ngase sengicabanga abalandeli ukuthi bazothini kumina. Ngase ngicabanga okuningi kakhulu. So one of my teammates ufikile kumina wangitshela ukuthi baba Yabo njengamanje ifoni ukuthi kancane kuma social media ukuthi uceka kancane. Basho ukuthi hayi ama fans sometimes abuye akhulume okuthile, sometimes abuye akhulume okurong, ubuye akhulume okuright. So wena into kumele uyenze kumele udlulise noma 2 days ungangena kuma social media. Ngase ngiyitshela ukuthi no, njengoba ngiyishwebile isona sikhathi sami leso ukuthi ngiyiphushe kakhulu, ngiyiphushe ukuze babone ukuthi kahle kahle ushweba kwami penalty kungigubhuzelile kwangiphusha kakhulu.
But it's also a tie that made the group to be more stronger together as a team, because we managed to turn a 3-0 deficit and equalized in the last minute at home. We could have had a fairy tale ending by winning in the penalties and going through to the group stages, but we didn't. And sometimes when you go through these moments, they can derail you, or they can make you come together as a team, take the positives from the tie.
I think it's this moment, of course, everybody was disappointed. I'm the first one, but it has to give us a lesson and to learn from that in order to come back stronger, to be better, and maybe to go definitely next season to win it.
Hindsight, you think maybe it was written somewhere that this becomes a lesson to all of us, that when you go to war, when you go into matches, with every preparation outside, technically, psychological, you still have to be united in spirit and purpose. And I don't think we were going into that match.
We know what we needed to do as this organization and this club to ensure we can bring some glory in terms of local dominance. We don't want to prioritize one over the other. But if you look at the process now, what we've been able to achieve, the games we've been able to win, you know, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe we can prepare ourselves a little bit better with this group for next season's Champions League. And we don't see it as a failure. We sure see it as a learning curve.
You are put here, my friend. You are proud of you. I'm proud of you. Look at the team. If you didn't score, maybe we cannot not even go to the penalty. So you please chin up. What I want to tell you, hey, we are proud of you. We are proud of you. I'm proud of the technical stuff. I'm proud of you guys, what you did. It's something unbelievable. Hey, 3-0. 3-0, 100% of people don't believe it. You did it. And how you did it? Please, how you did it? Top class football. Top class football. But it's football, it's like that. We are playing football. The best team don't go to the Champions League. No problem. But there is a sign behind this. There is a sign behind this. We don't decide. If you guys believe in God, God decides of everything. He decides of the destiny of everybody here. Since we are in the stomach of the mother.
Every road to glory is paved with lessons, and every season writes its own story. For this brotherhood, the fiercest trial came in the CAF title battles, testing their spirit, shaping their champions' mindset. But the journey was far from over. Drawing Magesi in the Cup semi-final was another challenge, another chance to prove that history would not define them. This time, they would rewrite it themselves.
We all know the story. We don't talk about what happened in the Cup last year, so we owe them. Needless to say, we had some fantastic chances against them, and why we reference in this game is because things haven't changed for them.
Amalang before he came, and I think Coach Ryan was comba leyo clip le last season la basidla khona la ekhaya yabo.
Magesi ngoba yasibamba kuloko le game asikhumbula kahle le yasayiluza baphuthuma bathola lawo ma-chance bayasebenzisa.
For now, I remember very well, okay, Nissan Twara sharp because whatever happened, it happened fast last season. Because before half time, I think I think maybe I followed the coaching about react to situation or okay, maybe we can see the guy over.
Manje le game le mabebuya besitshela lento abayidlalayo Magesi epole nje lethole ngamagoli le game na la game adlalile ileague yabo mase bekhlanganise beveza ama clip sesiyabona ukuthi hayi Magesi yenza kanje mabesitshela ucoach sebehlangene nabo ukuthi mabephuma nento bezakithi bezositshela yona basitshela ukuthi hayi masingathethe chippers elishaya elilethe kuthina thina kumele siliphathe kakhulu ibhola yabo sagcina kakhulu ibhola kune opponent iningi izinto ezenzakalayo.
For us it's very important to continue to work. We want to keep going, to focus on our work. Tomorrow we have luck. I always say that we are lucky to play every day. I know sometimes it's a lot of pressure, but it's very important to play every 3 days for me. Again, like I told you this morning, there is no room at all for disappointment, for anything that can disturb the path that we have. The path that we have, still have competition, like I told you. This Carling Cup, it's a target. Afterwards, we have the league. Very, very high target for us, this cup.
And nathi samajita, yabo siyakhuluma ukuthi ayengeke bafethu. Labantu laba bazidlile. Angizivuma basidle futhi yabo. Le kumele siyithathe. And kumele sisebenzise inkani, kumele iphume inkani. Uma sodlala nalabantu kumele sibabulale. Yeah.
Almost a year to the day, Magesi FC arrived at the Orlando Stadium and caused one of the biggest upsets in South African Cup history. It was in the Carling Black Label where knockout, which they went on to win. So we welcome you all to Escotinis Kamaminsela, the Orlando Stadium, home of the mighty Orlando Pirates, who will have revenge top of mind here.
Going to the game, I remember I was warm up in so so Bolonella on the other side, so Negeloko side that Chippers is my former teammate. So I was like, I'm coming, Dara. He was like, so that game it was on fire, sure. Because I remember the save he made first half. Wow.
It's Pirates, a mistake here! And a wonderful save from Chippers. A mistake defensively there, almost allowed Pirates in. Now Chippers can wrap it up. It did excellent work there.
I would have paid Namai. I'm nearly a game. I was remember now. I anela iwona namang thosa first half uthi ha wabamba kanjani lo muntu amaphola la angazi noma uposition right noma kanjani kodwa eqhayena angifuna wavimba le game la.
Yes, now ball whipped in. Oh my goodness! Oh wow! 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 What a save! Chippers, he is brilliant.
Kule game I was panicking like too much, because khona amanye ama-save la sithi goal. Yabo yasave lo muntu lo siyasho ukuthi lo muntu lo ufuna ukwenzani manje. Yabo.
Sathi kodwa Mbuthuma singapheli. Yabo babe nje ongeke wavimbela amagoli lawo kuze 90 minutes wonke. Thina nje siqhubekeni size kuye. Ozekhathale naye. Ukuhlazela kakhulu lapha yonke yasiza ngoba sazalithola ithuba ukuthi score.
When you talk about the drop, you talk about dipping so you can push off.
Yes.
Now, Pirates again. Oh my goodness! It needed something special. It needed something special. They didn't want the easy stuff. Muremi produces something special.
So when I got in, I scored the goal.
Tidy without being flashy.
Yeah.
Nice pass there. Wonderful! What a great team goal! What a great team goal and evidence, Mabupa!
So I remember the first thing came in mind, okay, whatever happens, just shoot. So when the ball came, I saw, okay, now I have a space. Just try your luck. So sometimes to try your luck, things happen.
Manje kwasiza ukuthi siqhubeke silokho esizamile ngoba leya game angifuni uqamba manga kwagijinywa kakhulu abadlala phambili ayibasebenza kakhulu angifuni ubadlela umona nje ibona basiza ngoba sashilo ngempela ukuthi le ngeke futhi siphinde Magesi la
ka Cup kudlala gantle I even saw go TikTok nike tendanyana ka pass allocation billing yang go Kondawa and then Ndawa pass to Muremi and then Muremi scored. So confidence ka mo ivele a godimo like it went up.
Yabo uyatsepang. Yeah, yes. Angifuna uqamba manga. Utsepang nomchazo uthi nina ngadlala. Tsepang ufuna igoli. Walithola nethuba yashaya. Ngoba nasijimele akancane vele ngisho ku6 ale ndaba ukuthi uzothi qhanti uyashaya nje epalini nje uyashaya iyona futhi esisiza ukuthi akukwesinye isikhathi kumele uthathe risk.
Got a chance there. Oh, they pull one back. Woo. A consolation, I'm afraid it's gonna be, but unfortunately there was to be no clean sheet for Sipo Chain.
Yeah, it was 2-0, then they scored towards the end of the game.
And it ends in victory for the home side, the Buccaneers.
This is the kind of mental steel champions are forged from. As the push for victory grew fiercer, the team confronted the shadow of last season, Magesi, the side that had ended Buccaneers' run in the 2024-25 Carling Cup. Now it was time for redemption and for revenge.
So after the Magesi game, we're preparing and looking forward to the game against Sundowns.
Bagania yeza Orlando abazojabula so